We're about to head into the last quarter of 2024, so let's get our planning on. We're going to go through goals and we're going to try and go out of the year with a bang. Before we start going into our goals for Q4, I need to make a slight confession. Not really confession, but we're just going to admit this out loud. Q3 for me, I didn't really plan, didn't really use a Kanban board, didn't really do like any goals or any shizzle like that because it's like summer holidays for us. My son was home, my husband was home. There was like a lot of people home and I work from home and I am an introvert. No, it doesn't seem like it. And I just don't do people, even if the people are my people and from my heart and everything else and all that sloppy stuff. Like, I just can't deal with that many people. I knew the summer was pretty much going to be out for doing a lot of work, so the last thing I needed was to have loads of stuff on my plate. I knew the things I needed to do was to focus on my developmental edits and get it ready for the editor to go through, and that's sort of what I focused on all summer. But now we're back, we're about to head into Q4 and I just really want to narrow down and get ready for 2025. I've got lots of cool things planned and I just want to make sure I'm in the best place possible. I'm also publishing the next book in my romantasy series this quarter, so if you're interested in following along for that, make sure you subscribe because I'll be taking you all through the journey of how we publish, because this channel focuses on publishing and indie publishing and everything to do with, you got that right, publishing. If you've not seen me before or you're new around here, I follow a system designed by Sarah Cannon. It's called the HB90 planning system and it's like a quarterly planning system. It has helped me just to do so much. I have said this before, I attribute a lot of where I'm at right now to this planning system. Now the course is open again, so if you're interested, go and check out the links down below. I'll leave it all there for you. I think we start on Sunday, so if you want to get in on that quickly. But for now, I'm going to take you through my goals for Q4. So the planning system that I follow gets you to think about 3 goals. And I usually have mine to do with writing, marketing, and then like an author community goal, something like that. That's how I've been splitting them up this year anyway, and it has been working. The main thing to remember is that your goals are measurable. So within that, I have like a good, better, best, or it might be realistic, challenge, dream, those sorts of goals. There's like 3 levels to your goals. So even if you can't meet that top one, you can still be successful by meeting the bottom rung of your goal. And I'll show you how that looks like if you're not familiar with it. There's a key aspect of goals within HB90 is that your goals are like the end outcome is something that you cannot control. Sarah obviously goes into a lot of detail of this in her course, but essentially the projects and tasks that you do within your goal, they are all the things that you can control, but the outcome isn't. For instance, my writing goal is usually linked to my income goal. So at the end of the day, I can do all my projects and tasks that are in that. I can do more, I can do less, but the amount I make, the royalties, is not something that I can directly control. I'll show you how this looks in practice by going through my goals. So my first goal then is writing, and this goal doesn't really change too much, but for this quarter is to continue working on my backlist in order to make £25, £50, £100 a month in royalties. So the royalty amounts is the sort of good, better, best, as it were. £25 is where I think I can get. £50 would be great, £100 would be like, woohoo. I know being consistent as an author doesn't always go hand in hand, but I would like to try and work on that, and I think to do that means to work on my publishing schedule. So I'm about to release the next book in my series, but it's been a year since the last one, and so I'm seeing like my sales come down because of that, and hopefully I will see my sales pick up again with the release of the next book. But what I want to try and do is sort of even that out a little bit. It's just something that I would like to work on, which means working on my publishing schedule. So goal 2 is to do with marketing then. Before I tell you what goal 2 is, I have recently joined 2 sort of memberships that really work on marketing for authors. So one of them is the Content Creative Club run by Shelby, and I'll link that down below so you can check that out. And then there's another one, the Author Circle, which is run by like Mixtus Media, I think. I'll link both of those down below, and I will do another video on them because I'm starting to utilize them a bit more, and I'll share how things are going as I tend to do on this channel. But those are the two things I'm mentioning in my second goal. So goal 2 is to use marketing strategies learned in the Contents Creative Club and the Author Circle in my social media to gain 1300, 1350 or 1400 IG followers, and then for engagement it's to increase that by 10%, 15% and 20%. And then for TikTok followers, very small numbers here, but to gain 200, 250 or 300 followers. Now my numbers are low for TikTok because I'm barely on there, I'm so inconsistent, but what I am going to do is put across all like my reels and carousels onto TikTok, and the days where I'm not doing a reel or a carousel, I am just going to like record some B-roll footage of like my bookshelves or like flicking through my book and put some like quotes on there, and just have those floating around on my TikTok and see how that goes. I know for some people TikTok is like a daily thing or like multiple times a day. I'm not about that life, but I'm hoping to post every day during the week, and we'll see how that goes. That's going to be the hardest thing because I always say I need to do that, and it's one of the first things that goes. But with the engagement, what I did at the end of August was I took a screenshot of what my engagement statistics were on Instagram, and then I'm going to take another screenshot at the end of September to sort of compare, because I have like got a plan for social media for this month, and I can share that later as well if you're interested. But hopefully it will allow me to see what's doing well and what's not, so that I can continue doing that. So I'm really focusing on the engagement side of things. So my last goal then is all about author communities. Now the reason why I've been focusing on an author community I think stems back from my teaching days. I really want to be open and honest about all the things to do with indie publishing and how hard it actually is and how long it can take. I also want to put back into the community that I feel I've gotten out of the community. And honestly, I mean, this is like the best workplace environment I've ever been part of. She says she works on her own, but what I mean is the people in this community are just the best and the most supportive, and I have found some really good friends in the author community. So that's sort of one of the main reasons why I want to focus a goal on that. So goal 3 is to continue to grow my YouTube channel and critique services to reach 925, 975 or 1000 subscribers by the end of the quarter. Now 1000 subscribers I feel like is like the next big milestone. I just want to keep on putting information out there, and I just think the next milestone is the 1000 subscribers, and it would be so cool to reach that by the end of the year. So if you're watching this and you're not subscribed,
you're gonna want to stick around.
In another video I will show you how I put that into my Kanban board, so how I break those goals up into projects and tasks and how I utilize my Kanban board. But these are the main goals that I'll be focusing on for Q4. If you think you'd like to join us in the HB90 planning system, check out the links down below. It's a brilliant course, worth every penny. I couldn't be where I am now without it. That's all from me for now. I will see you next time. Hope you enjoyed this, and let me know your goals down below. Bye!